So we've mentioned them at times here during the race, but Pierre Gasly, driver of the day, Pierre Gasly, would have also been my driver of the day. What a drive by him. He was, I kept saying it throughout the race, he was Antoine Hubert's one of his best friends who passed away last year in Spa. Maybe he drove an inspired race because of that. He was literally attacking from the start. I think he climbed all the way up to 5th or 6th prior to him pitting, and then obviously he had to fight his way back. He ended up finishing 8th. Just a great race from him all around.
Yeah, it was. I mean, he's driving lights out this whole season, and he looked even more inspired than he has been previously this weekend. And you saw the shots of him, in the track walk, paying tribute to Antoine at the spot where Antoine Hubert sadly passed away. But he drove inspired. There's not another word that you can use. He drove great, and even though he wasn't put in the best position strategy wise, he took his Civic up the field and overtook. He overtook a ton of cars, to get into the points, which for an AlphaTauri, which is great. And then considering, just piggybacking off of that, considering the way Albon's driving, you got to start asking those questions. You think that Gasly will replace Albon next season? It's part of the novela. Let's continue on this storyline to see what happens.
I don't know if we see that happen, but he is driving much better than Alex Albon this year, based on the equipment that he has. I'm not sure that will be enough for him to be promoted to the main team seat, though.
Well, we'll see.
Can we say that maybe Red Bull made the decision to demote him too early? Because now that he's actually settled down in whatever seat he has, either with AlphaTauri or Red Bull, he's showing that he's persistent, he's fighting to the field. But come on, to be at the level of Max Verstappen will be very tough. To be his competitor will be very tough.
Yeah. I mean, it's showing to me, and I thought the opposite. I thought Gasly, it looks to me like Gasly is a better driver than Albon. I think he was promoted too soon, but they didn't have a choice because obviously Danny Rick left. But, on your way to success, you're going to have failures. And that's what happened with Gasly. He has the experience of driving, 6 races or probably drove more. I don't remember the exact number of races he drove with Red Bull. But he has that experience. He knows what it is to work. I think now he has even more experience in an F1 car. He seems like his overtaking has gotten better as well, which is something that he couldn't pull off when he was with Red Bull. Yeah, let's see, man. I think it's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be a tough call. If they do make that call, I wouldn't blame Red Bull for making that call because he's driving lights out. He's driving really good. So, and then Albon is just not. If Albon is really hurting the team because Max is alone at the front fighting the 2 Mercs, it's always beneficial when you have 2 cars fighting 2 cars instead of 2 cars fighting 1.
Yeah. I agree with you, but I guess due in part to where Alex Albon has been finishing, the Mercedes, they're 106 points ahead at this moment from Red Bull. The season's over, I feel like, as far as the constructors goes.
Yeah,
but
the season's. I think the season's over with both championships. Yeah. Can they create a midfield championship?
Formula 1.5.
Right now, it's like an endurance season, man.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with Gasly in the future. If another team's going to come looking, knocking on his door. There's really no other team that would have the room for him. With Lando Norris being young, Danny Ricciardo's fairly young, Ferrari's got young drivers, Mercedes got George Russell waiting in the wings. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, but they also have I don't. It's Sonoda, the kid in F2, who I think he won a race this weekend. Also, there are talks that he might move up to AlphaTauri to replace Kvyat. So they do have some young drivers also in the wings too.
So look, the only other spot for him in my head would be Renault, Frenchman, going to a French company, but obviously
you have 2 French drivers.
Yeah, but obviously like Alonso's coming in, and then from there they do have a strong young driver in Guan Yu Zhou, I think his name is. So I don't know. He's just going to be stuck there with AlphaTauri at the Red Bull team in general. Hey guys, this is Wellington, 1/3 of the Jump to Start Racing podcast crew. I want to remind you to destroy that like button for the YouTube algorithm and to hit subscribe so you can stay up to date with our latest content. I also want to let you know that we're active on both Twitter and Instagram. For both platforms, the handle is @JumpTheStartF1. And of course, you can find us on your favorite podcast platform, Jump to Start Racing Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.